Hey, traders and investors. It's the day, it's the 26th of November, and I thought I should, well, I guess another recap really today. Sorry, I was trying to connect the microphone. Okay, so what a day today. What a day. After the sell-off we had last week, I think the market seems to have got its groove back. And yeah, we just seem to have to be back again rallying today. And I think the past few days we could see what happened, and I've been well not calling it, but I've been talking about what I can see, sharing what I can see, and it looks like I can see the market, which I could see a market here which is back on the upside really. So if you're a trader, if you're an investor, whatever I mean, you probably should experience the same thing. So let's just have a look and we shall share what we see. Okay, so right here is the cues, and you can see, I mean, it's not exactly back on that trend line, but you can see right there, it's just about pushing, and it looks like it's unstoppable right now. And we can see on our way back to, pushing back all-time highs, really, which is amazing news. Investors, traders, that's what we want. We want a good market. But yeah, we know it could go up, it could go down, but there's no fear mongering here. It looks like we've got a great market right in front of us that we're looking at. So that's the one with the cues. I think quite a few guys in the group played the SPY to the upside and, cashing in on the contracts, really. Also, we got the IWM as well. IWM, actually, that just shows you is also pushing all-time high. I think we just got quite a few points, and we are, we're blue skies really all through and through. So, one of the things I mean, a lot of people wondered why the markets were selling off last week. Deleveraging, I think it needed that cooling off, which I did call for cooling off for a while anyway, personally. And since then the market is everything just seems to have been forgotten and back on the journey. So this has actually been great for small caps as well. Also, Nvidia, regularly we know this happens with Nvidia. It sells off at the earnings, and boom, everything just seems forgotten again, and we could actually see some gains today. But there are quite a few things I noticed that was playing today. Really, I think we woke up. Google just felt unstoppable. Google, and I mean, I wasn't in the trade, but I just thought, wow, we had a Buffett call a few days ago, and boom. But all of a sudden, something changed. And what changed? We had a report from Michael Berry. I was trying to find it if I could share it really, but I can't find it. But yeah, we had a Berry report. From Nvidia, it said something about it, but I wouldn't say that's the reason for this change. But anyway, all of a sudden, we saw the change, and Nvidia started catching the beat. So with Nvidia catching the beat, this is very impressive. And so new Google, Nvidia, I think one of them is TPU, the other one GPU. I mentioned this a few days ago. It's high time NVIDIA gets a competition, and it looks like Google is a formidable one. Everyone is talking about what's going on with Google. They've not been doing anything. I think around that May, June, they were just all quiet, but apparently they've been building, and boom, so they came with NVIDIA, and they are pushing aggressively as well. So it's quite a lot of going on. We believe the GPUs will still dominate in the next year, but for now, the first time ever, there's actually a competition. But will NVIDIA be able to retain a 75% gain, market share? I don't know, but we'll see how it goes. But there's about 6 million coder develops how many TPUs devs out there, and Google has a lot of catch up to do. So we know NVIDIA is way, way, way ahead. But also, tell you what happened. Kathy Wood, she bought about 174,000 Google shares as the valuation climbs. Some people say she's chasing, but look, it is what it is. She's done her research and she's happy with the climb. And probably she's happy to wait. So Google trained their AI with Google chips, no NVIDIA chips at all, which is the big deal. So their answer is not going to be generic, it's going to be extremely specific on the, we're back on the AI or chip wars. So if you look at AMD as well, I know AMD kind of aligned with NVIDIA, and you can see that AMD just a solid 4%, almost 4% rally today, because yesterday when Google was revealed, what happened? We saw AMD dumped, NVIDIA also went down as a result of that. Also, we were able to have a print today. Um, I think what was the jobless claims? Yes, we had 216K versus 226K estimate, which is a little bit lower than expected. This just tells you this market is just on its way sky high. That's one right there. Also, back to one of these earnings, SYM Symbiotic Inc. They had a 39% rally yesterday. And there's this conversation about, is AI dead? Is AI gone? I don't think so. Not yet, anyway. Look at that. Again, speaking of blue skies, so AI is not gone. AI picks up. So back in all-time high, 87%, sorry, $87 point 73, and after hours again is still up. And why was the climb? I think there's actually a genuine news really. They build robots for Walmart, warehouse inventory management, which is so which is amazing really. But if you look at Walmart is, I think there's a notion out there that this might just be the first trillion retail company. Walmart is what, just about 150 to a trillion, and it's just pushing all-time high. This is amazing. Look at that. This is what we want, isn't it? Just gentle climb, and it just keeps going. So that's a great one right there. But there's something I said today, and I said, why not just get the AI barbell approach? Hold both GPU stocks. We're talking NVIDIA, AMD, and the TPU stocks, Google, AVGO, and it's a win-win for you. I mean, it depends on how you invest, and look at AVGO as well. Broadcom, lovely competition. This is one of those that quietly goes. Not many people talk about AVGO, but it's amazing. 1.9 trillion organization. Amazing. So that's one way to win. But I mean, as titled today, and I said the market is creating a shift and nobody is paying attention. And what is that shift? We've been talking about this yesterday. We have what? Seasonality. Everyone is focused on AI, AI, AI. But if you look at what's been happening the past few days, and we are very much at the early stages. Pay attention. CMG, Chipotle, what's going on? If you're going to look at what's going on just this week alone, this is not buying what's it called? This is not you just doing a a bottom fishing. If you look at Chipotle's been doing very well, and just yeah, there you go. Chipotle's been doing very well, and you could see the curl right there. That's all you could. I mean, that's what you want. So that's Chipotle. If you look at Target, again, you could see that curl right there, pushing back up again. It might seem, I mean, the candle's still very much early days, but back to 90. The last time we looked at it, 26th of November. So it's pushed from 86 to 90. Or if you look at it last week, Thursday, it was at 80, touch 83, now at 90. Also, I mean, I looked at quite a few anyway. Deck as well. Where is Deck now? Deck is at 87. All these guys are pushing. I mean, you're as good as your best or your last performance. Deck, Coles as well, like we saw yesterday. That was an amazing run he had. And you could see the follow through today of 7%. And this guy has been beating, literally, I'm going to say the retail has been beating, really. So does it look like the market is turning? Your guess is as good as mine. That's what I think. This is not financial advice at all. Again, if you look at Nike, not exactly betting into Nike, but it's just something I am watching very, very well. It's just refusing not to go down again. I'm just looking at quite a few again. Dollar Tree as well. Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree is all these guys are making their comeback. Well, this does not exactly die, but there you go. Dollar Tree. Yeah, this actually, yeah, hasn't been amazing yet since October 2024, and it's been pushing. And then, of course, Five Below, I think it is. This has just been aggressive, and since last year dump, it's just never stopped since then. So you can see it right there. So that's Five Below. Um, Also, we there was another one that sell off, which I placed in my notes here. Estee Lauder. So I'm looking at consumers, discretionary consumers generally. Where do they go? Since we had a 47 in April, and it ran up to 100 earlier this year, came right back 85, and you can see it right there about to start making its run. So those are the areas, the shift I think the market is showing us that I am looking at the moment. So. That's something I'm looking at. Now, I'm going to wrap up with crypto, Bitcoin. Everyone looks at it for dead. But guess what? When you think it's dead, that's when these things happen. Probably going to make another video on, where I think Bitcoin is going or where I see at the moment. So if you're going to look at this on a longer time frame, we can see Bitcoin right here. This is right on a primary pilot channel. And then if you're going to look at the track, this right here and this right here, this trend below, it's not broken. So, I mean, I'm keeping it very simple. It's right here and right there. It's maintaining this line. So I don't think that it's broken yet. So right now it's maintaining this channel. And I believe Bitcoin is just about making its call. It's had a 5K gain since last night. So that's something I'm paying attention to. And likewise, Ethereum. Ethereum went from below 3,000. And we could say Ethereum has actually made the claim that on a weekly, it kind of looks like it's not done, but right now, today or a few days ago, it's actually been making that little gentle reverse. But another way to play Ethereum is something I've been looking at as well, because we were in the shorts anyway. But now I look at it as a comeback, and this is BMNR, BMNR. So this right here, I think we've looked at this all the way from 2026, but now it's at 32. So we're paying attention to some of these things, and that's where we are playing this thing. So finally, um, okay, yeah, so Ethereum. I mean, also the other crypto stocks we look at is you could say CleanSpark. If you look at CleanSpark right here is look at that. Had an amazing day today. CleanSpark. So the crypto guys seem to be waking up again. We're looking at bullish as well, which we talk about. There's quite a lot of stocks you're looking at, but again, some of this are on a very short time frame. And if you look at bullish as well, I think called bullish about 36. So, if you're in for a swing trade, this has been paying off. So, and also CoreWeave, I think I made a note yesterday, put it in the group, and I did say something about CoreWeave when it was about 70. We've been talking about this in 65 as a dead zone, and thought it must have been started climbing now. So had another 4% today. So this just has a long way to go. So, but generally, that's what we'll be looking at, and I just hope everyone has a great day trading today. Friday, the market is not open. It's Thanksgiving, of course, gotta be grateful for every little things you get. I don't take things for granted at all. Life is a blessing. Everything we get is it's a blessing. I didn't talk about oil. It's not really going anywhere. Cocoa, not really going anywhere at the moment. I think as a result of the British, what's it called? The budget today, I was looking at GU, but it's Forex, very, very little move. And funnily or thankfully, the Chancellor did not spook the market. So this is an amazing one. But anyway, enjoy your Thanksgiving, which market's going to be open. Sorry, it's going to be open tomorrow, but not on Friday. it will be very little volume tomorrow. There's not a lot happening. So overall, I'm gonna play it cool. Might not even make the market at all. But anyway, until then, if you're celebrating Thanksgiving, enjoy it, and I'll see you next time.